Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. I have just gotten ready for today. It is currently Saturday and we are about to head to Kalmar to go to the Christmas market. So that should be very cozy. I have had just a quiet little morning, but I thought before we left that I would open my little advent calendar for day 13. Okay, so I might actually swap this one out with one for tomorrow because this one says read for 10 minutes with candles lit, which is really cozy. But I did a little 10-minute read with me yesterday, so it feels kind of boring to do that twice in a row. So I will just open door 14 as well and see what that says. And then I will just swap them, but they will still be in the same video, so maybe it doesn't really matter. But this is day number 14. Okay, so this one says pair today's reading with a Fika treat. So Fika is basically like the Swedish word for something to eat while having like coffee or something. And we were actually planning on maybe baking something little today, so that would be perfect. So I will do that. And for those of you who saw yesterday's vlog, I finished, or the day before yesterday's vlog, I finished Aqua War. And I gave it, I think I've decided on a 4.5 stars. I did really love it, but it just did not really hit the 5-star feeling for me. Which also means that I started a new book. So I chose to start Stalking Jack the Ripper, which is a buddy read with one of my close friends. So I am very excited to read that. And then I will also read a different book on the side. So I will see if I'm reading Stalking Jack the Ripper today or maybe a different one. But we will pick that up later in that case. But I am very excited. I'm excited to do some reading tonight. I'm excited to go to the Christmas market and get some Christmas feels. I just ordered a bunch of Christmas gifts this morning actually for some family and for my boyfriend. So yeah, I'm finally getting into the Christmas spirit. I think we will also do Christmas decorating either today or tomorrow. So I am also very excited about that. Lots of exciting Christmas things going on right now. Get to know me while I bake. We have gone home from the Christmas market. We have had some dinner and I am going to do some baking now. And I thought while I bake, I might as well tell you guys a little bit about myself. First of all, let me just take up a recipe for the cake I'm going to bake. So it's going to be pretty simple. It's called a tigerkaka, and it's basically like a sponge cake, I think it's called. With half of it will be vanilla flavored and half of it will be chocolate flavored, and then I will kind of like mix it to be like a marble kind of pattern in it. So it's one of our favorite things to eat and it's super easy to bake. So that is what I will be making. So I've just turned on the oven on 175 degrees Celsius and I will have to find my little baking tin. Okay, so first of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Janet. I am 27 years old and I live in a small town in Sweden. And I'm not from Sweden, I'm originally from the Netherlands. But my family and I moved here when I was 8 years old, so I have been living here for majority of my life and this is my home. And I'm actually currently studying to be a teacher. I'm just gonna take the baking tin and add some butter. So I'm studying full-time to be a teacher, and every other week we have 2 days of like an internship at our practice schools that we have been assigned, where we get to meet our students and just practice to be a teacher basically. Which has been super fun because it's a really good way to find out early on if you have chosen the right career. So that's really fun and pretty busy. Whenever I'm not studying, I also have 2 jobs. I do have to say the school system in Sweden is really good. So when you want to study, you get to have a student loan where the rent to pay it back is very, very low. So that is definitely a privilege. And apart from that, you also get like a bidrag, so it's like, you know, money you get to study apart from the loan. But I have chosen to take as little loan as possible, or try to. So therefore I am also working 2 jobs, which, I mean, it's not enough financially to make it, but it will give me the chance to not take out the full loan every month at least. And also I just enjoy working, because for me studying does not take up all of my time. So yeah, I do work on the side, and the 2 jobs that I work are, one of them is as a journalist for SVT, which is Swedish television, so like the main news television channel thingy, I guess. So that's one of my jobs, and then I also work in an industry where I build water pumps, basically. Not that exciting, but it pays well, so I'm grateful to have the opportunity to work on the side. And whenever I don't study or work, I obviously love to read, and my favorite genres are thrillers, and I think litfic nowadays, and fantasy. I do actually also really love fantasy. So those are some of my favorite genres to read. I am also in a book club with some nowadays pretty close friends. Whenever we started the book club, we were 2, so it was me and my brother's girlfriend, and now we are 5 in our book club. So some of them I've gotten to know through book club, and some of them were my friends before, but that has been such a great thing to have, because we have something in common and we have a reason to meet up every single month, which we are all really enjoying. So I'm super grateful for that. And then apart from reading, I also love photography, and I do freelance as a photographer whenever I have the chance and the time and the customers, so that is also super fun. So that is basically what I do on my free time. And then apart from that, I take walks with my golden retriever Daisy, as you have seen on my channel quite a bit, and I hang out with my friends and with my boyfriend, and yeah, just make the best out of everything. My dad also lives in Sweden, as well as my grandma and my brother. My mom did pass away from cancer a few years ago, so she is very missed, but she will always be with us, of course. So yeah, that is a little bit about myself. I'm honestly not sure what else you would like to know, or what you would need to know about me. But if you do have any questions, feel free to just ask them in the comments, because obviously I do want you guys to get to know me as much as possible. I hope that gives some clarity. I also like creative things, so I do like to crochet. I don't really make time for that often, but it is something that I've enjoyed doing from time to time, as well as, of course, my book journal, and journal in general. I just love being crafty and creative, and there's so many things you can do, so that's also a lot of fun.